All right. Basically, I thought of a few things. I just wanted to I met with a friend tonight, earlier tonight, and what did she tell me? She told me she wanted to be a divorce lawyer. I would essentially respond to her by saying that profits from bad stuff. She also told me you're worthy of setting your own meaning. I thought about recommending to her, like, why not just make it another person? And then do so, and then feel satisfaction of living by providing service to someone who's worthy. I also thought, on an unrelated, a quasi unrelated note, I also thought that it would be useful. Um, I sort of thrive on the lack of clarity in direction, the lack of the the lack of explicitness in the nature of the my what I need to do, my objectives, my present objectives. I don't know what to do, and so I misallocate my time. Um, I thought like a checklist. If you just make a checklist, I'm so skeptical about making a checklist and having faith in the completeness of the checklist because the things maybe it's sort of narcissistic or something. Maybe I have an inflated sense of I don't know, sense of something where it's like, how could my goals and motives possibly be adequately expressed by such a feeble instrument as the English language? But but then I was like, it's not like then I was like, the list is not to tell you what to do. The list is to remind you what you already know that you want to do. So the infinity is contained within yourself, and the list, it's sort of like a, it's sort of like um, a what is it called? A pinball bumper. It's just sorts of sort of kicks it up a little bit, sort of kicks it back up the forefront of your mind whenever you forget it. Sort of just brings it back, and then once you have the idea, you know what to do with it. You can provide the remain the you can supply whatever infinity of qualities to the task that you like. It's just sort of a reminder. It just sort of kicks it back in the forefront of your mind. That's why it's acceptable to be satisfied by a list like that. Um, Also, I've got these post-it notes of my ambitions on the door of my cabinet, and that's nice. But I also want to, it would be nice to have write-ups of a sheet of a piece of paper with a write-up of like an aspect of my identity. Um, and a sort of a write-up of how I what it is. For example, if I want to say I want to be a good cook, then I would write up. I would say I want to learn how to cook. I would write up. It says I am a cook, and then it would say what a cook is, and in what way you seek to fulfill the identity of cook, of chef or whatever. In what way you want to fulfill that that label and that identity in yourself. And that does two things. There two, possibly more, but the two I can think of right now are the two things you want to include are like benchmarks and milestones, where you say this is the level, this is the degree of performance that I seek. It's like Shark Tank, It's like you go up to the sharks and you say, this is what I want from you. This piece of paper. It's like, this is what I want from you. This is what I want. I want to be. I want to learn how to make a really good. I don't know, some food. I want to. Maybe there's a specific set of skills that you want, or maybe there's a sort of conversational expertise. You want to be able to advise others in a field. There's just any sort of related capabilities that you would be dissatisfied not to have as it pertains to that identity. You should list on this paper. And the other thing is you should give an overview of the AP you intend to sort of inspire, sort of evoke. AP you want to evoke by pursuing these various sorts of identities.
how does it? How will it make you feel? How will it make others feel? What? How will it pertain to your identity as a whole? Uh, what facet? Maybe it will sort of interlink and interplay with other facets of your personality, other of your overall identity, of your overall self-image. It's good to have separate sheets of all these things so that you can be clear about who you are and what you want to be. Maybe no. These sheets they can apply to ambitions and they can also apply to things you are in the present. Um, I don't know if you should separate those. Maybe you should. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. That's all.